Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Just a quick update and my comments on comments I just started looking at today from the past few days. Thank you everybody for subscribing, new subscribers, and even though it might not matter here pretty soon, but you guys should go look at the comments that were left over past several videos, and I had to publish a bunch of them because I looked at my studio for comments because I noticed they weren't popping up in my notifications, and found a bunch of you guys commenting. So, I really wasn't thinking much about it for the past several days, but I guess I will have a lot of comments to go over, and because I like to get to each and every one, at least heart them and thumbs them up, let you know that I've read them, So I don't always have something to say about stuff, but a lot of times I do, and sometimes I can be a smart ass, but that's just me. I don't really mean it. I'm usually joking around with you if I am being mean or something. all boys are ornery that way. But anyway, I'm just walking around getting my exercise back here. That cold front pushed through last night. I was aware of that. I kind of went back to sleep when it was on its way through, and just hope the tree didn't fall on me or whatever. But we just got some little bitty sticks down here in northwest Arkansas. But there was some rotation pushed through Bella Vista and around Jay, Oklahoma, and north. But and other places too, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that was the only one, the only tornadic activity. I don't know. I didn't even look at the radar because I was like, manifesting shit. And people like me and a lot of us here, most of us here that are familiar with, remote viewing and basic magic, mental magic, and manifesting and stuff. And then everyone familiar with the simulation theories and things like that. So I found out with the whole CERN and the phone thing, and the synchronicity that I must have jumped into the simulation for a short period of time and jumped out in my mind, in my own mind, or whatever. You can't tell the difference when you're there or here. So what's it matter, really? I mean, you could tell people that are awake, know, like, hey, they're showing me this and that and this and that and everything. I'm in the simulation. And then you could pop out of that, I guess, taking a nap like I do. I don't know. But anyway, there's like the earthquakes have popped back off, going again. And there's just the airplane shut down. What was it? American Airlines or Southwest? I can't remember. But anyway, their people walked off. They said it's for the weather. No, they walked off just like the 100-some thousand or 10 to 100,000 troops, military troops, U.S. military troops walked off, signed off, and said sayonara, because they're wanting to give everybody the old roll up your sleeve, the old El Chateau and the Armo of the Nano. So, it's real, guys. You know it is. I know it is. Whether you're either in the simulation or outside of it looking in, or in it looking out, that's what separates us from the NPCs and the zombies and stuff. The real life NPCs and zombies, you can just tell they'll never come around. Probably because they're a different organism or genetic structure altogether than those of us that are aware of all this shit. So it really is coming to a head. My theory is that it's that we have a defense mechanism like that's our immune system, and just like it expands out in our auric field, and some of us have things that help them. I have a symbiote. What I view as one is where when I picked it up, it became a symbiote, and so Zorstar either ate that thing or I jumped out of the simulation. It wasn't there anymore, or it's in the background causing havoc on my phone. So I haven't had my computer on in a week, but that doesn't mean I can't get in it, but it's one of those where if you touch it or if any little thing happens to it, it'll turn on. Now, I don't really know, but to tell you guys, go and read the comments, especially by Lyron, the guy with the fox links, the links or fox face. And I'm getting dry mouth out here walking around the yard talking to you guys, so I'm going to get a drink. But just a little update here. Asteroid flybys could cause magnitude 7 at La Palma. So could the standing wave theory that Dutch Sense has go shoot on over to La Palma after it comes down into Juan de Fuca, or I don't know where the antipode of the Alaskan quake was, but I know it started in Vanuatu, went to Hawaii, up to Alaska, and we'll be coming down into the Juan de Fuca, the earthquakes, guys, the earthquakes. So, and Unknown Eagles got a earthquake forecast for La Palma saying it could reach magnitude 7 at the main eruption site or the main volcano on the north of the island, where we just seen the 10 centimeters plus whatever else has rose since then rise in the terrain, signifying there is probably an imminent eruption of the main chamber there going to happen, which requires, like I said, recalculations of the slide, how big that is, into the ocean and resulting tsunami wave. It just keeps getting better and better every fucking day, doesn't it? So now we've got, an M-class flare hitting, CME hitting us probably in between 5 in the morning and now. It hit and already hit or is hitting. And whatever else they don't show us on NASA, you got to go to European Space Agency to get stuff like James Kaufman went. I knew the Russians were monitoring stuff, but I didn't know the Europeans were. I didn't know they had any money to do that. They're just ignorant, I guess. I'm just ignorant, I guess. Shit. But it didn't cross my mind to ever check them. I check the Russian stuff sometimes. But who's really telling you the fucking truth? I mean, the only way I really know is if I go outside, the sun's shining, and it feels like it's irradiating my skin, burning the top of my head or something. That's how I know when, there must be some good solar activity going on, Just stay out of the sun for a little while, or get a little sun and then go back in. Anyway, so what did I cover? The airplanes, the troops, the La Palma, the Alaska, the Hawaiian quake, the Vanuatu. And there's something else I wanted to make mention of. What was that? Oh, for one, they've pretty much locked air traffic and interstate traffic down to regions and zones without having to have some sort of, you know what, passport or whatever. So, you know, if you plan on going cross country, don't go through any blue states. Go through red states. They'll let you through. Blue states will be like, oh, we don't want you. You're gonna have to go around. You're gonna have to go around. Or the hell, if it's a nation, they'll set you on put you in quarantine or fly you back where you came from. Hopefully fly you back to where you came. Well, I don't know. Some people might rather be in quarantine. Some people would. I don't know who these people are, but you know they're out there. If the shit continues the way it is, like I said, I was able to jump in and out of the program or simulation or imaginary mirror of this place or whatever for a short time the other day, and pretty much, you know that we're operating in both places. That's why it's so physical, it's so real. It's because it's similar to the Matrix, but on a whole different level. You wouldn't really, you'd think, oh yeah, why not? You know, of course. And then you think, well, I would never thought that in a million years, you know. That's just way out of ballpark weird. Things in reality, true reality that's going on, you'd think, is what I'm telling you. You'd think, hey, that sounds correct or feasible. And then the other things I'd tell you that I've learned over the past, well, lifetime really, but here in the past couple weeks, is that it's like it's out of the ballpark reality slapping you in the face. It's like you've heard words before and you just put them in the back shelf, and then they come out and they're real, like this electron, it's the new electron states, quantum states they found the other day. And you knew that was possible, but you just, like, now they're naming them and classifying them. They're able to single them out, and, you know, because of these hadron colliders and stuff. And that's all well and good, but is that going to feed my chicken? You know what I mean? Is that going to feed my pig, my cow, or is that going to be fertilizer for my garden? You know, how is this, or are you guys going to change entirely how we fucking consume energy? You know what I mean? Or use energy. So you got me, man. You got me. We'll see. But I'm just saying, if you guys are moving away from consuming energy in one area, then you're gonna develop the ability to take it up somewhere else. And, you know, for a whole lot of people, that's gonna be up the fucking butt.